Excuse me, do you have one of these? If you do, today I can show you how you can make the best $1 investment of your life. Hi, I'm Evander Smart, founder of Bitcoin University, and today I'm revealing why over 50 million people around the world have entered the future of money with Bitcoin, the world's first global digital currency. Are you ready to start making smarter investments in 2020? The whole world is talking about investing in Bitcoin. It is featured every day on places like Forbes, the New York Times, and the Wall Street Journal. Well, first things first, what is a Bitcoin? Well, think of your email account. You send and receive emails, right? You can send an email to anyone and receive an email from anyone, right? Well, imagine another type of email system that allows you to send and receive money from anyone in the world at any time. This money can be used as a global currency or as an investment. It can also be a way to store information, like documents and files. It is also limited in supply, giving it a strong market value. These are the broad strokes on what a Bitcoin is. Today I'm going to show you why you should start investing in Bitcoin today. Is Bitcoin a smart investment? Well, let's start there. Let's compare Bitcoin to some of the smartest investments of all time. Let's compare Bitcoin to the precious metals markets of gold and silver. Which was the better investment over the years? Gold, silver, or Bitcoin? Well, let's compare the three right now. Now, I recently visited goldprice.org to get the latest numbers on gold and silver in the market. On the left, you'll see the 5-year price for gold and silver in US dollars per ounce, and on the right, you'll see different time intervals and the return on investment. Now, over the last 5 years, gold has done okay, but not as well as many have hoped. On the left, you can see that the gold price is somewhat volatile. On the right, you can see that over the last 5 years, you would have gotten a decent return on investment of about 46%. You will also see that most of those gains came in just the last 12 months. In other words, if you would put $10,000 into gold 5 years ago, today you would have about $14,600. Now let's look at silver. Now, silver over the last 5 years has not done very well at all. On the left, you can see that the price for silver is even more volatile than the price for gold. Now, when I left banking in 2011, silver was trading for about $40 an ounce, and as you can plainly see, it is trading for less than half of that these days. On the right, you can see that over the last 5 years, you would have gotten about an 8% return on investment, and pretty much all of those gains came in the last year. In other words, if you had put $10,000 into silver 5 years ago, today you'd only have about $10,800. After you factor in things like taxes, inflation, and account management fees, you probably would be in the red after 5 years. Now let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin was trading for just $236.47 at this time back in 2015. Since 2015, Bitcoin has grown in value over 3,886% and is now trading for well over $9,000 in value. So Bitcoin has grown in value over 38 times in just the last 5 years. In other words, if you had invested just $10,000 into Bitcoin back in 2015, today you would have over $380,000 in your account. So, in conclusion, silver since 2015 is up 8%. Gold since 2015 is up 46%. And Bitcoin since 2015 is up 3,886%. Okay, so Bitcoin makes money faster and better than even the best investments on the market. But it also sends money faster and better than anything else. Remember, Bitcoin was designed to be a global digital currency first, not designed to be an investment. So how does it do as a digital currency? Well, let's show you how it moves money faster and easier than any other known method first. Let's compare Bitcoin to Western Union, for example. Let's compare Bitcoin directly to the world's oldest and maybe most trusted monetary transfer system. Western Union has been the world's leading money transfer agent for over 150 years. But in the 21st century, is it still the best way to move money, or is it just the biggest? Well, let's compare the two right now. With Western Union, you probably used them before. You'll have to travel to a local office. They may be a few miles away. This may take a few minutes. You'll have to get there before they close. They're usually not open 24 hours a day. You'll have to stand online for a few minutes for assistance, and you'll have to pay the fees, which will start at $10 but can go up from there depending on how much you're sending and where you're sending it to. You also need state-issued identification. They'll need to make a copy of that and keep that on file. And the person receiving the funds will have to do all of these things as well, except pay the fee. So they'll have to travel to the office, they'll have to get there before it closes, they'll have to stand online, and they'll have to present state-issued ID. Also keep in mind that Western Union does have terms of service. Just because you go there to send money does not mean that they will accept your transaction. Hundreds of transactions every day are rejected by Western Union and do never go through. So all of this will take some time. It'll take generally 1 to 2 hours before the intended party actually receives the funds through Western Union. Now, this might have been fine 20 or 30 years ago, but in the 21st century, is this the best way to send money? Well, let's see how Bitcoin would handle the same transaction. With Bitcoin, you won't have to travel anywhere. You can send Bitcoin right from your smartphone or anywhere you have an internet connection. You don't have to deal with anyone's office hours. You can send Bitcoins 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You don't have to stand on anyone's lines, and the fees to use Bitcoin, as of this recording, are about 50 cents on average. In other words, to use Western Union, it costs 20 times more to send money through Western Union than it does using Bitcoin. There's no identification required to use Bitcoin, and the person receiving the Bitcoin, all they have to do is have a Bitcoin address. That's it. It's just like having an email account. You open up your Bitcoin wallet, you see that you have a new deposit, it's received in a matter of seconds, and is confirmed on Bitcoin's global blockchain in a matter of minutes. So you tell me, what's the best way to send money in the 21st century? Western Union or Bitcoin? On top of Bitcoin's advantages over precious metals as an investment, gold and silver are also very difficult to use in the real world. Imagine trying to take any quantity of gold or silver coins through customs, or TSAs for example. Not fun. Bitcoins, on the other hand, can be retrieved from any online account. All you need is an internet connection. No one will even know that you own a Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is now accepted at hundreds of thousands of retailers both online and offline worldwide. Here are some examples of mainstream companies using Bitcoin. Here are some of the world's best-known corporations that are now accepting, testing, and using Bitcoin right now as we speak. They include Dish Network, Wikipedia, Dell Computers, PayPal, Expedia.com, and Microsoft has been accepting Bitcoin since 2014. Now, these are some of the most powerful and most successful brands in the world. Do you think that these corporations would risk their brands on some type of untested, unethical, or illegal new technology for payments? Don't you think they would have tested Bitcoin for months, if not years, with their coders, developers, IT professionals, lawyers, before accepting Bitcoin? If Bitcoin is smart enough, if Bitcoin is good enough, if Bitcoin is safe enough to be used by these major corporations, why don't you start using Bitcoin today? And in 2019, Bitcoin has 2 more partnerships. America's largest phone company, AT&T, now accepts Bitcoins for payments. Due to consumer demand, you can now pay your phone bill using Bitcoin. And Microsoft has expanded its partnership with Bitcoin, launching their first decentralized identity tool on Bitcoin's global blockchain. Here's a key point to keep in mind about Bitcoin. You can start off with whatever amount of Bitcoin you want. You don't have to buy a full Bitcoin to get started. You can buy $100 worth, or $1,000 worth, or buy a little bit every month, have it taken out of your paycheck. However you want to do it, that's not what's most important. What's most important is that you get started now, not later, before Bitcoin gets even more expensive to buy. Oh, and did I tell you that Elon Musk, maybe the greatest mind of the 21st century, owns some Bitcoin? In a recent interview, Elon Musk said about Bitcoin, "Bitcoin is quite brilliant. Crypto is certainly a better way to transfer value than pieces of paper. That's for sure," said Elon Musk, founder of PayPal, owner of SpaceX, owner of Tesla Motors, and yes, he's also an owner of Bitcoin. Now maybe you're saying, hey, this sounds pretty good, but how would I start using Bitcoin? I wouldn't even know where to start. Well, welcome to Bitcoin University. I'm Evander Smart, Bitcoin University's founder and your online professor. Thank you so much for being here. Now, I've worked over the last 5 years to show you all that a Bitcoin can do for you here at Bitcoin University. I think you'll like what I have to offer you today, but first some basics you should understand before entering Bitcoin University. My name is Evander Smart, and I teach people how to get started using Bitcoin quickly and easily through my website, bitcoinuniversity.online. Now, why should you listen to me about Bitcoin? Well, I've been in the Bitcoin space since 2013. I've written close to 1,000 Bitcoin articles getting paid for my work in Bitcoin since 2014. I've worked for many of the world's best Bitcoin online news sites like CryptoCoins News, Cointelegraph, Bitcoinist, and Bitcoin.com. This is how I supported myself from 2014 to 2017 as a Bitcoin journalist and news writer. I'm also a Digital Currency Council certified Bitcoin professional since 2015. And I'm also been tested and certified as a blockchain expert by the Blockchain Council in 2018. So many people consider me a Bitcoin and a blockchain expert. And I'm founder of Bitcoin University, the world's leading Bitcoin educational platform since 2015. Bitcoin University was created to provide you with the ultimate Bitcoin education online. I've been building Bitcoin University since 2015, taking everything that I've learned over the years to make videos and books to help you get started using Bitcoin quickly and easily. I wish I had something like Bitcoin University when I got started way back in the spring of 2013. And now, for a limited time, I can get you into Bitcoin University for less than a drink at your local Starbucks. Oh, did I tell you that Starbucks has also started investing in Bitcoin with Microsoft? Well, we'll talk about that more inside of Bitcoin University. Today, I'm introducing our newest product, Bitcoin University Weekly, our new weekly membership option from Bitcoin University. For just $19 a week, this gets you inside the world's leading Bitcoin educational platform. And today, all you need is just $1 for your first week. Bitcoin University Weekly teaches you how to build a future of digital economic success using Bitcoin, the world's greatest decentralized digital currency. Here is some of the exclusive Bitcoin video training you'll receive inside of Bitcoin University Weekly. At Bitcoin University, we make Bitcoin training videos, like how Bitcoin owners save up to 45% on Amazon.com purchases. Now be advised that Amazon does not accept Bitcoin directly for purchases on their website, but that doesn't mean that you can't use Bitcoin to make Amazon.com purchases. In this video, not only will you discover how to use Bitcoin on Amazon, but you'll discover how to save 15%, 30%. I've seen people save up to 45% when shopping on Amazon when they use Bitcoin using this method. Bitcoin debit cards, which one is right for you? If you're going to enter the Bitcoin community, you may want to use a debit card to extract funds if needed. But which debit card may be right for you? Maybe you need a debit card that's available in your area. Not all debit cards are available in all places. Maybe you want a debit card that's easy to obtain, that doesn't ask for a lot of fees or a lot of personal information. Maybe you want a debit card that has high withdrawal limits at the ATM. In this video, we break down what are good debit cards and what are bad debit cards. And inside, maybe you can find the debit card that is right for you. Watch me do a Bitcoin transaction. A lot of people watching this video think you have to be some type of tech genius to do a Bitcoin transaction. This couldn't be further from the truth. I am not particularly tech savvy. If I can do it, you can do it. If you can pay a bill online, if you can use websites like Amazon or PayPal, if you can copy and paste, you can do a Bitcoin transaction today. So in this video, you'll sit over my shoulder, watch me do a transaction from beginning to end. And this video is just about 6 minutes. And you'll see, again, from beginning to end, how to do a Bitcoin transaction for yourself. Bitcoin's biggest problem. If you listen to the mainstream media, they'll tell you all day about all the problems that Bitcoin has. The problem is, they are paid to tell you whatever they tell you, and they're not speaking from experience. These people who tell you that Bitcoin has all these problems, these are not the people who actually use Bitcoin. It may be best for you to learn about Bitcoin's biggest problem from someone who has done hundreds of transactions over several years. I'll gladly tell you Bitcoin's biggest problem and how it affects new users just like you. It's a very easy problem to avoid, but you need someone who has experience inside of Bitcoin to walk you through how to avoid Bitcoin's biggest problem. How to use Bitcoin ATMs. Here you'll actually see me go into a Bitcoin ATM in Miami, Florida, and actually exchange fiat currency for Bitcoin. You'll actually see me do the transaction incorrectly, so you see how not to do it, and then I go over how to do it properly. You will also learn how to find the local Bitcoin ATMs in your area. Bitcoin's blockchain technology. Bitcoin changes the world again. Not only is Bitcoin the world's greatest decentralized digital currency, but its underlying technology, its operating system, if you will, blockchain, is changing the world as we speak. So in this video, we do a deep dive into what a blockchain is, how it works in Bitcoin, how it is going to be applied in the mainstream, how it won't be as successful in the mainstream as it will be inside of Bitcoin, and how you will be using a blockchain in the years to come, whether you know it or not. Bitcoin taxation, what to expect when the taxman cometh. If you are watching this presentation, you are in an area where there will be a tax obligation if you use Bitcoin. So I go over not only the facts and figures of things that you need to know about your taxes, but I'll also provide you with a list of certified Bitcoin tax consultants who can help you when the taxman cometh. Bitcoin versus the US dollar, would you like a Tesla or a Mercedes? I love luxury cars, and in this video I do a comparison test between a Model S Tesla P100 and a Mercedes-Benz S-Class. So I compare the two cars, and then I compare the two currencies using these analogies. And the Tesla will represent the Bitcoin, and the Mercedes will represent the US dollar. So at the conclusion of this video, you can see which currency you might want to use going forward. Is Bitcoin money? In my time working as a banker on Wall Street, I learned that 98% of people really don't know how money works. I've opened many accounts, referred many people to financial advisors, and you get to see that people have a general lack of understanding of how the world of money works. And this is why I got into banking, so I could learn how money works. And now that I know, I can share this information here at Bitcoin University. So there are actually 4 requirements to become money. So I will break down what money is, and then we will decide what actually qualifies as money. Do US dollars qualify as money? Do gold coins qualify as money? And is Bitcoin money? The best Bitcoin advice anyone has ever received. This is pretty self-explanatory. This is the best advice anyone has ever given to me. This is the best advice I've ever given to anyone else. This advice has made me money every time I followed it, and this advice has cost me money every time I've not followed this advice. So if you're brand new to Bitcoin, make sure you get the best Bitcoin advice anyone has ever received before getting started. And where do I go from here? Your Bitcoin Quick Start Guide. So back in 2013, it took me about 6 months to really get comfortable with this new technology, and I didn't really have anyone helping me out. So I made a lot of mistakes, cost myself a lot of time and a lot of money not knowing what I was doing with this new technology. Today it is much easier to get started if you use the lessons inside of Bitcoin University. So we have created a 20-minute video that breaks down the places you need to go, the services you need to use to get started using Bitcoin quickly and easily, and really cut down your learning curve so you can get started fast. Now that was a dozen Bitcoin University lessons. Bitcoin University has dozens more. Now Bitcoin University has over 70 videos in all. So anytime you have a Bitcoin question, Bitcoin University will have your answers. Today, click that button that just popped up on the right side of your screen, and for just $1, new Bitcoin University Weekly members will receive the book, 30 Ways Bitcoin Changes the Future of Money, and the video, 10 Reasons to Invest in Bitcoin Right Now. If you think the invention of Bitcoin is simply about a digital currency, you have a lot to learn from this book, 30 Ways Bitcoin Changes the Future of Money, available exclusively from Bitcoin University. This book breaks down all the things that Bitcoin can do for you, both now and in the future. Bitcoin is a constantly evolving and growing economic technology. You'll also receive my 45-minute video breakdown, a video vlog of me narrating the book and further going into detail on all the things that a Bitcoin can do for you both now and in the future. And when you enter today, you will also get the video, 10 Reasons to Invest in Bitcoin Right Now. The world is changing and Bitcoin is ahead of the curve, so see the advantages a Bitcoin can make today in your life. Here's what people who use Bitcoin University have to say after entering the U. Zach Smith says, if you are completely new to Bitcoin, the content is worth the time and energy. I would recommend this material to anyone that has heard of Bitcoin and wants to learn more. Even the Bitcoin professional can find something beneficial in this material. Evander has a great educating style that should be comfortable for most users. Evander is a true asset, and I'm glad to have him leading the way in providing quality education to those new to the Bitcoin community. Thanks, Zach. And Mark Womack in Fort Worth, Texas says, where does one start? Here is where to learn Bitcoin. From easy to understand video libraries, you can truly gain insight and practical knowledge. With knowledge, you will have a roadmap into and through this ecosystem. Great job, Evander. Thanks, Mark. I look at Bitcoin as a special financial plant, a plant that anyone can grow anywhere in the world. Bitcoin University books and videos, these are like Bitcoin seeds. I can give you these valuable Bitcoin seeds, and if you plant the information inside, you can reap what you sow. Are you ready to create a digital wealth garden today? For just $1, you can do it, and Bitcoin University Weekly can help. If you're ready to start making more from your investments, send money faster and much less expensively than ever before, and want to be on the cutting edge of economics and finance for years to come, click the button on the right side of your screen and enter Bitcoin University Weekly today for a very special price for a limited time. Get your Bitcoin University Weekly products right now for just $1 today and just $19 a week thereafter. Cancel anytime. Today, for $1, you'll receive 30 Ways Bitcoin Changes the Future of Money. You'll get the book and the video vlog, and you'll receive the video, 10 Reasons to Invest in Bitcoin Right Now. Next week, you'll receive 2 videos. You'll receive Start Accepting Bitcoin in Just 3 Minutes, where I walk you through how to set up your first Bitcoin account in just 3 minutes. And you'll receive the video, Watch Me Do a Bitcoin Transaction, where I walk you through a Bitcoin transaction from beginning to end so you know what to do when you're ready to get started. So in just the next 2 weeks, inside of Bitcoin University Weekly, for just $20, $1 today and $19 next week, you will have learned 30 Ways Bitcoin Changes the Future of Money with the book and the video vlog, 10 Reasons to Invest in Bitcoin Right Now, how to start accepting Bitcoin in just 3 minutes, and how to do a Bitcoin transaction from beginning to end. In 2 weeks, you'll receive the video, Where Do I Go From Here? Your Bitcoin Quick Start Guide. And in 3 weeks, you'll learn how to buy your very first Bitcoin. Enter the future of money today at Bitcoin University Weekly for just $1. Today you'll receive 30 Ways Bitcoin Changes the Future of Money, the book, and the video 10 Reasons to Start Investing in Bitcoin Right Now. Thank you so much for watching this presentation. I'm Evander Smart, your online Bitcoin professor here at Bitcoin University. Thank you so much for being here. Click that button on the right side of your screen, and I'll see you inside the members area. Take care.